Welcome to Code Tech Facts. In this video, we can see about the Amazon S3, some of the features of S3 and the storage classes, the limitation for the upload and how to create the S3. The S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, which helps to store the data on the internet. We can access our data from any location. We need just the internet. And it's very secured also. The S3 will be provided with encryptions and other security features as well. And its scalability, it's allowed for the unlimited storage. We don't want to bother about what is the maximum size it will be available. So it will be auto scale. If you upload with 1 GB, it will be the storage size will be the 1 GB. In future, it is going to be 1 terabyte. We don't want to bother about the size, maximum size for the S3. And individual object can be stored up to 0 to 5 terabytes. So we can have n number of storage. Based on that, you have to pay and go. Each upload is considered as an object. The upload will be considered as an object. It can have the data as well as the metadata. So the metadata will be the file can have some other informations like the body payload or the file necessary items. Those data can be stored using the metadata object. The key is the unique identifier for an object. The key is nothing but your file name, and if there is any folder, that will be considered as your key. The key can be the simple file name. Say for example, if it is a picture1.jpg, if you upload directly, that is the key, picture1.jpg. If you upload inside the images / picture1.jpg, it is considered as the key. So it can have file name or the folder structure. It can have n number of folders also. So the data is accessible from any location. It provides with the versioning support, so it will have multiple version also. So by default, the encryption has been provided by the S3. So your data will be very secure. And apart from that, if we want to upload or download, we don't want to create an application. By default, they have provided with the AWS management console. There it's a simple UI interface. You can upload, download or delete your files in the management console. You can view the version history also. So if I need to access those objects in our application, there is a SDK provided for Java, .NET or Node.js. The limitations for the object, there is no limitation for the object. You can store n number of objects into a bucket, S3 bucket. The next is storage classes. The Amazon S3 provided with multiple storage classes. The Amazon S3, which is going to be the active data, which is costlier than the other storage classes. When compared to other storage provider, it is much cheaper. It is going to be the active data. Currently, we are going to fetch the data for the current usage. Next one is, if we are going to be a infrequent data, it can be accessed in a minimal time of then we can go with Amazon S3 standard infrequent access, which is cheaper than the Amazon S3. If the data is going to be an archive data, it may be or may not be used, then we can go with the Glacier. So this transition can be done automatically in the Amazon S3. Say for example, the active data can be kept while upload. After 3 or 6 months, it can be moved to the infrequent access data. After 1 year, we can move to the archive Glacier data. It can be done automatically in the Amazon S3. They have provided those features. In upcoming videos, we can see how can be done the transition. So next is upload limitation. Each bucket, that is each unique key value, can hold up to 5 terabytes. But the single operation, like a put operation, if you are using the SDK or direct upload, it should be upload up to 5 GB. Then using the multiple upload, we can achieve up to 5 terabytes. But for the best performance and other improvement, we should consider after the 100 MB, we should use the multiple upload. That will be the good for our application. So the key name can be written in either the way. The first example shows the by bucket tutorial node basic kind of thing, right? So it is best to use the distribution key. Like in the next example, I have created the node as the other object. So it will be distributed via the node. The prefix will be easier. Those informations are available in the http://docs.awsamazon.com, Amazon S3 using metadata.html. It will give you more information. I will share those link in the description. For starting the S3, you can create your trial account. They have provided a trial account for 1 year with some of the limitations. So you can have the documentation for the trial account, which is the limitations. And once you have created the trial account, you will have the services. In the services, search for S3. The S3 will be displayed in the drop down. You can select the S3. After selecting the S3, it will have the option called create bucket. You can click the button for creating the S3 bucket. The first name is your bucket name. The bucket name is global. And the next one is the region. The region can be selected based on your location. If it is going to be used only in India, you can select it as India, or it will have the US, East or West, any kind of region you can be selected. The next option is copy settings from your existing bucket. If you have an existing bucket, you have set the permissions and all the other related things, you can select this option to copy all the settings from your existing bucket. The next one is block your public access. If this bucket is going to be public, that is anyone can access the bucket. It can be used for the static HTML as well. If you are going to use for a static HTML page, then it needs to be a public kind of thing, or the images are going to be public images. So based on your requirement, it can be public or private. But here I have created with a block all public access. The next option is the encryption. By default, it supports the server encryption. You can enable or disable, but you don't want to bother about the encryption and decryption. It will be taken care automatically. And the next is advanced settings. In this advanced setting, we can check in the later stage how to log and other information, the transition in the upcoming videos. Once you have done with these settings, click create button to create your bucket. The next is we need to access our S3 bucket. So we need to create an user. It's not advisable to use the root account. So I'm creating a user. You have to check with IAM service. So go to all services, check IAM. I'm creating a user called developer1. You can give the access level. The programmatical access will be having the access key and secret key, whereas the AWS console will allows you to console that is used for your AWS console management. So access key, secret key is not advisable. Currently, what's the best practice is we have to give the permission to an EC2 machine or some other machines level. Then it will be good practice. You can use for the access key and secret key for the development purpose. There are a number of options called temporary creations and other options. We can check how to create those information as well in the later videos. I have selected the programmatical access. The next is we have to provide the permission for the user. It can be created a group and the group can have a number of permission. We can assign the user to a group, or you can copy from the existing user. There is a policy directly attached because the policy is the Amazon S3 or Amazon SQ. So those will have some of the policies. Either it should be a read access or a full access. Those policies can be attached to the user directly. Here I am going to attach the policy directly. I'm attach existing policy, filter out S3. I provided with S3 full access. If I want to get it as only the read access, then S3 read only access also provided. The next is once we have created the user, it will show the success message with access key and secret key. This access key and secret key is going to be used for our SDK for the development purpose. You can copy or you can download using the CSV file. Thanks for watching the video. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and share with your friends. See you soon in the next video.